Number one, it's more fun. Let's face it, just creating a simple software app, be that desktop, mobile, or whatnot, it's boring. You have buttons, you have some images, that's all there is to it. But in games, you have characters, you have knights, you have dragons, you have, I don't know, whatever crazy stuff that you can think of, you have that in game. And it's much more fun and engaging to create that than opposed to the boring stuff in software development. Number two, you will understand programming better because games are more complex than desktop, mobile, and web apps. And because of that depth, you will understand programming better when you create a fully functional game. Number three, you will be a better coder. Now, in software development, you also need to code and write clean code and all of that stuff. But in programming, that is expressed at a higher level because of the complexity, how the game is structured, and all of the different elements that go into it. Then it is more likely that you understand and be a better coder when you create games than if you were creating other software parts. Number four, it is easier to grasp how a fully functional application works because of all of this complexity that I have already explained and what it takes to put a full game. And when I say this, I mean large games like GTA and stuff like that. So when you are working on a project of that size, you will understand how software works better because you know all of the different elements that go into it. Number five, everything you have fantasized as a little kid, all the crazy worlds, all the stories that you created in your head, you can bring to life with game development, and you cannot do that with any other software development. You cannot create worlds in your applications and mobile apps and whatnot, but you can do that in game development. Number six, it's an ever-growing industry. Year after year, games top the revenue chart in the industry, and every year the game dev industry has earned more and more, and now with metaverse and all of that stuff, and you can agree with that or not agree, but it's a fact that it is growing and more game developers will be wanted for those positions. Number seven, you will be the cool kid on the block. Now, I'm the only guy amongst my friends who create games, and I'm not cool, so we can skip that part. Number eight, girls. Enough said. Number nine, it is easier to freelance. Number 10, you can focus only on one part of the development, be that artificial intelligence for enemies, UI optimization and whatnot. And this is tied to the previous part of freelancing, where you can freelance for a specific part of the development. 11, we have higher salary or better income opportunities, because with game development, you can create your own games, you can sell templates, you can do whatnot, or all different varieties that you cannot do in other software development parts. Number 12, you will have more opportunities in the industry, be that indie games or AAA games. The industry is growing, as I already mentioned, and more developers are wanted for those roles. And currently, there's a lack of game developers. Now, you can imagine in 5 years and 10 years from now, how that lack is going to be even larger. Number 13, you can always transfer your knowledge to other software development parts. For example, if you don't want to work on games anymore, you can create desktop apps, mobile apps, because you know how to program, you understand how to program, and it's not vice versa. You cannot simply go from software development to game development and expect to know everything. So yeah, that's a really huge opportunity there. Number 14, it is much easier to create games than it is to create apps. Even though you might not believe it, but there are a lot of templates on the asset store that you can use and modify just a little bit and create full games. And you might like that or not, that is up to you, but there are people who are making a full-time living from games they created using templates online. Number 15, you can easily reuse your systems for other games. For example, enemy AI that you created for one game can be reused to another game or in another game with a few tweaks and similar stuff as well. Number 16, if you're a creative person, it is easy to implement your ideas and test them out right away. Number 17, and the most important part, is your grandma will love you more. Number 18, if you don't like coding, you can use visual scripting to create games. You can use Blueprints in Unreal Engine, you can use Bolt in Unity, and you don't have to even learn how to code games. You can create awesome and amazing and stunning games. Number 19, you can easily target multiple platforms with one export. You don't have to create multiple apps with multiple programming languages or multiple development environments. You can just create one game in Unity or Unreal and export them on Xbox, Sony, PC, whatnot, which you cannot do in software. Number 20, you don't have to create a company until your game starts making money, and you don't even have to transfer that money to your account until you have a company where you will pay less taxes and all of that stuff. Number 21, you can easily create a community and build a following of people who will love you and support you while you're developing your game, so you will have, an audience ready when you launch your game. 22, by combining storytelling with games, you can basically create movies. Number 23, which is connected to 22, you can be the hero in your game, or you can create any character or follow the journey of any character in your games. Number 24, you don't have to be good in all areas to create a fully functional game. You can just get assets from online, from various asset stores, and put them in your game and other systems as well. So you don't have to learn or know all of that stuff to do on your own. Number 25, as an indie game developer, you will also learn other important skills like management, marketing, and selling. 26, you can build your game with a $0 budget. Number 27, you will develop a habit of finishing your project. Number 28, it is not stressful to maintain and update your project. Number 29, you can quickly prototype all ideas that you have and quickly see their potential, if they are good to continue or if they are, well, not that good, and throw them away. And number 30, you can create games for your kids and be the coolest dad ever. I could go on and give you more reasons why game dev is better than software, web, and whatever development, but these are enough. I am satisfied. Your turn. Give me your opinions down in the comments. And if you want to master game development, Unity, Unreal, C++, C#, you can do that in my Game Development Academy. Link is down below. Hit like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.